Our next perfect holiday adventure took us to Boulder, Colorado, for something that had been over 30 years in the making.
What's that?
Can I come in?
You got a weapon?
No, I haven't got a weapon.
Come in.
Thank you. Well, I passed Hamish's security check and gave him some mail.
No money from Nana? Oh, well. Question, would you like to make $5 million today? Answer, yes.
Fairly long explanation for this, so...
How long does it take to say we're doing 24 hours of scratchies?
It's not that, Hame, it's this. There's a guy called Forrest Fenn who in 1988 sold heaps of his belongings to buy treasure.
And we're going to rob him.
No, we're not going to rob him. Back to my animation. Fenn buried the treasure somewhere in the Rocky Mountains, leaving a series of clues as to how to find it in a poem.
So it's a cryptic poem.
It's a cryptic poem.
I love cryptic poems.
Cool, stop interrupting the animation. The Rocky Mountains take up over 300,000 square kilometres of the United States, so the treasure is tough to find. And despite hundreds of thousands of people looking for it since 2010, it's still out there.
And we're going to find it.
Well, that's what we're hoping for.
Are we really?
I reached out to a guy called Matt. Matt is positive of where the treasure is, but...
So am I.
How?
What does Matt say, though, first?
No, you have to...
I'll see if it lines up.
Don't laugh, Ando. You know my vibe is very powerful if deployed correctly.
Matt thinks it's in Colorado. That's why we're here. That's not a win
Lining
for you.
up.
No,
We're lining up.
No, it's not a win.
My vibe and Matt's is lining up.
Gee, my vibe skills were going to be crucial to finding this treasure.
Well, my vibe was that we needed to see Matt, so we set off to do that.
Is this Matt with the blue hat?
Yep.
God, he's ready to hunt. He's bought a big water bottle.
And it was good to put a face to all my email correspondence. Explain to Hamish how long you've been looking for this treasure.
Probably close to 5 years now.
5 years?
Yeah.
How many people are out there looking?
Last I heard was like around 35,000.
35,000 people are looking for the treasure?
Yeah.
Andy told me that, like, you've got a spot you've never been to?
That's right, yep.
And you're confident?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Pretty sure?
Yeah, because I mean, like, a lot of the clues kind of like fit that area.
The clues Matt's referring to are the ones left by Fenn in that poem I was talking about earlier. I've got good news. Remember I emailed you and said, if you had a chance to ask Fenn any questions, what those questions might be?
Yeah.
We've got a video of Fenn answering your questions here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep, through some exhaustive wrangling, the reclusive Fenn, who owns a lot of boots, had agreed to answer our questions on tape.
Hi, Andy. I'm Forrest Fenn. I'm here to answer your questions whenever you're ready.
I knew this was a strong bargaining chip, so I had to clear something up with Matt. If we find it, what kind of percentage do we get and you get, do you think?
Well, I always go by what's the most fair, and that's splitting it equally between everybody who's in the party. So, you know, there's how many of us here? Like, probably around...
Oh, don't worry about the camera.
Oh,
yeah.
They don't get a share.
We've got like eight crew. You're going to get less than 10%.
No.
Dale's putting his hand up for
Well,
something.
5 million.
Sorry, Dale, we are cutting you out. And we presented a 50-50 split between us and Matt.
You got to get 50%.
But then you guys got to split a 50.
We happy?
Happy to split 2.5.
Which side are you on?
Gee, Matty really needs to work on his negotiation skills. I don't think he understands who he's up against with Andy.
Oh, God, I'm excited.
We had a team of 3, and that was soon to become 4 as I introduced the guys to Tracy Brown,
Tracy, how you going?
a body language expert who I thought could give us crucial information from watching Fenn's answers on the video.
Y'all, wait a minute. Y'all gonna cut me in on this treasure, though, once we get this dialed in?
She's good. She's got a bit of Andy Lena.
We had discussed Matt giving up a fair bit of his percentage for you, Trace. Is that okay?
You're a dog. Business dog. Tracy, we can give you 5% out of our end.
How about 7? Make it 7.
7% of our end?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What the heck? The guy that only bought Vibe had just given away my stake. Anyway, time to watch the video.
I think we have a pretty nice shot here.
Now, you're going to have to speak loud because I'm not wearing my ears.
Now, Trace, at the moment, he's just discussed framing and audio. Any clues thus far?
Well, I'm looking for his normal way to behave, so we're
good.
getting that
Are you
off
getting
of
a
this.
baseline?
Yeah, I'm getting his baseline.
Okay, great.
Here we go. Has the location you have chosen for the treasure always had a special meaning to you?
Well, Andy, always is a long time. I'll just say that where I hid the treasure is a very special place to me, and I really don't want to elaborate on that.
It hasn't been his whole life. It's recent.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Tracy is my new favourite human.
Have you ever been to El Dorado Canyon?
Now, Andy, you know I'm not going to answer a question like that.
He has. He's been there.
So Fenn had been to a place called El Dorado Canyon, and Matt had that spot in mind because of the poem.
We have to see part of the beginning of it because the first part is begin at where warm waters halt. From what I heard, someone tell me this about El Dorado Springs, is originally it used to be a hot spring. And when they built the pool, they did something like when in construction, and they ended up causing the waters no longer to be thermal pools anymore.
It just warm waters have stopped. I'm getting gold tingles. I'm getting gold tingles.
I was vibing so hard you could have sold me at Sexyland.
Let's make 5 mil.
So it was off to El Dorado Canyon.
And at the base of the mountain, I introduced everyone to the crucial 5th and final member of the team.
Harold! Hello!
His skills were going to guarantee us the win.
Maybe you explain what you do, Harold.
I douse.
He douses.
So these are rods. We're going to do 2 different things. First, is there a treasure here? And so my answer is yes.
Wow.
Okay.
Perfect. That's what we thought.
Yes, Matty.
Can you just double check it's not like a treasure, like it's not like a national beauty treasure?
No.
Great.
Like, are these things going to be able to point to where the treasure might be?
Well, what I was going to do is use this map.
Yeah.
And you already have a pretty good idea, I assume.
Matty, this is you.
This system is
fantastic.
unbeatable.
You just put your hand on our search zone.
Over here, it's a little bit more
Secluded.
yeah.
Okay, Harold, that's your information. I'm
Okay.
deploying you. Go
Now,
for it.
I'm going to pretend I didn't hear anything you said.
Good strategy.
Because what I'm going to do is go like this and wait for this to turn when I see it, okay?
Okay.
So we'll start here, and I'm doing an X and a Y, right?
So completely forgetting what Matt said, Harold made his way along the map.
Oh, well, look at that.
Okay, so kind of mentally make a note of that.
And
Okay.
double-checked it from a different direction.
Make it happen.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
We had it. Harold matched the same place.
I love science so much.
All the clues so far had lined up. But things were about to get even more crazy.
Brown trout. We just saw the trout fisherman.
See, a blaze.
I still get that way.
Andy! There's almost nowhere else it could be.
There's nowhere else it could be.
We were in Idaho Springs, Colorado,
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
following clues from a poem in order to find $5 million worth of treasure. Matt, Tracy, and Harold were all helping us.
Speaking of that, would everybody like a drop of oil?
I don't know. What do we need that for?
It's 45 different oils plus gold.
Oh,
I'm feeling it too.
Can I smell some jojoba?
No jojoba.
Rose hip?
Nope.
Gee, your vibe was off, Ham.
Lavender?
Yes.
I'm back.
Well, that's relief. Just in time as we arrived at our chosen spot and we readdressed the clues in the poem.
Put in below the home of the brown. Excuse me, sir. Were you fishing for brown trout?
Yes.
Brown trout. We just saw the trout fisherman. If you've been wise and found the blaze, look quickly down. Your quest has ceased.
And as we all chatted, Harold just did his thing.
We really are looking
That way?
for the
All right.
blaze.
Oh, Harold, you got a
We got an answer.
down
Still
spot?
get that way.
Awesome, Harold. Everything was adding up perfectly. So we set off to the area Matt had chosen and Harold had confirmed before we split up for a more thorough search.
Because Andy's off with Matt. They've been gone for 6 or 7 minutes. I'm honestly a little concerned for Matt's financial
Matt's
future.
going to come back with 15% left.
Matt's going to come back $2 million in debt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Matt?
Yeah?
Did Andy discuss any percentages with you?
No, we were just looking at the map.
How hurtful.
The snake can't get hurt, for it has no feelings.
That is.
Just be careful when I don't want you to be alone with Andy anymore, all right?
Okay.
With Matt's finances back secure, we sat down to collect our thoughts.
Can I throw something out there? There's a ruin up here, Craig's Hotel.
Yep.
You were telling me about that, Tracy.
Yep. You can still see the kitchen area, the
What happened to the
fireplace.
hotel?
It burned.
It burned.
See, a blaze. There's still dishes up there.
That would probably make sense because he said that he did say he.
What was that? What was that? A yes or a no?
That was a yes. So it'd be around.
Is it?
Yeah, I get a yes.
Well done, Harold. There was one last problem.
Yeah, it's a hike. It's uphill.
Harold, at your age, do you have a strong enough heart to get there?
I think so, yes.
No, just ask the rods. Great. Feeling good about this.
So up the mountain we went.
Look how beautiful this is. You said you wanted Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, huh?
You've got Lord of the Rings.
Totally like it, right?
We were like hobbits, Matt, but instead of tossing a ring into lava, we get $5 million at the end, which I think's a better deal.
Wow.
And an hour and a half later,
Okay.
we'd made it.
There she is.
All right, the old blaze.
The old place.
Now,
Gee, I hope this was worth it. How are you holding up?
I'm fine.
all right.
We reminded ourselves of the poem.
If you've been wise and found the blaze, look quickly down, your quest to cease.
Harold, I'm going to start sweeping. As soon as you work out exactly the angle, back down to the creek.
I get in the creek, and I'll know it when I see it.
Okay, so I'll start.
Okay, start.
Come
On magic sticks.
There.
So we had our exact location.
We're there, yeah?
We confirmed it with Harold
We're cooking. We're cooking.
and headed back down the mountain.
So that's where we were.
Sadly bidding farewell to Harold because I'd booked him on a flight back to Phoenix at 7 p.m. and he was going to miss it.
Goodbye, old friend.
You're like Gandalf in Lord of the Rings. It's only so far you can take us.
Gandalf, who has got a job interview tomorrow, so he's like shaved and cleaned up.
It had been 4.5 hours of scientific searching to get to this position. We'd used code breaking, vibe, sticks, all the tools. We consulted the poem one last time.
See? So hear me all and listen good. Your effort will be worth the cold. If you're brave and in the wood...
Right there, yeah.
Yeah. I give you title to the gold.
Everything had lined up. So I waded into the water, knowing full well that underneath this log, a treasure trove worth $5 million would be waiting. The temperature was low, but my vibe was high. And as I reached under the log, Fenn's words ringing in my ears,
I think somebody's gonna find the treasure.
I felt something. But crazily, it was very untreasure-like.
Andy! This doesn't make sense! I mean, there's almost nowhere else it could be.
There's nowhere else it could be.
So with heavy hearts, we regrouped on the shoreline to work out what went wrong and to play one of mine and Andy's favourite games, the blame game.
Harold did leave at a pretty interesting time. Did you notice that?
Oh, hey! I'd like to hear more about this theory.
Yeah, he just took off right when it was going to turn one way or the other.
Yeah. Do you reckon Harold has seen it and is...
He's coming back for it.
He's coming back for it.
Yeah.
Wait, who's seen it?
Harold, maybe.
Yeah, Harold.
Oh, which way? Oh, you mean the soothsayer guy with the sticks,
Yeah, the
right?
guy's been with us all.
Matt forgetting Harold did make me question why I'd trusted him with this whole adventure from the beginning.
Thank
but
you.
it didn't matter. We'd had a wonderful day.
High five. Which was a high 5 million.
Yeah.
Well, Ando, I guess there was nothing left to do but hit our hotel and drink the celebratory champagne I bought a little bit prematurely.
Yeah.
Very warm. Very warm.
It's just...
Oh, sorry, did that come out Andy's nose? Yep, there it is, both barrels.
It comes at you.
really comes at you. You didn't think it would do that, did you?
Celebration in your mouth, I suppose.
Another perfect day on our perfect holiday.